Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is year 7 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts, and write us a review. Show notes and a transcript can be found at 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Today's selection is from Surah 51, Adh-Dhariyat, or The Winds That Scatter Dust, verses 47 through 60. These are the last verses in this surah, and they discuss the mission of Prophet Muhammad as a herald of mankind. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. We have built the heaven with our hands, and we have the power to extend its vastness. We have spread out the earth. How excellent a spreader we are. We have created everything in pairs, so that you may learn a lesson from it. O Prophet, say to mankind, rush towards Allah. Surely I am assigned by Him as a plain warner to you all. Do not set up any other God besides Allah. Surely I am assigned by Him as a plain warner to you all. It has been the case that whenever a messenger came to the peoples before them, they said about him, he is a sorcerer or a madman. Have they transmitted the statement from one generation to the next? Nay, but they are all rebellious people. So, O Prophet, ignore them. You are not at fault, but keep on admonishing them, for admonition is beneficial to the true believers. I, Allah, have not created jinns and mankind except to worship me alone. I require no sustenance from them, nor do I ask that they should feed me. Surely it is Allah who is the giver of all sustenance, the Lord of power, the invincible. Surely those who are wrongdoers shall have their portion of torment similar to the portion of their predecessors. So let them not challenge me to hurry it on. Woe then to the unbelievers on that day with which they are being threatened. Ameen. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Thank you, and be well.